What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Tonight we're going to do we're actually going to polish. I'm going to show you all the polishing techniques that I use. One of the things that you're going to need is, of course, you're going to need a pan of warm water. I usually get it big enough, to where you can take and dunk the entire body down in here. And that way, another thing I do is I put Dawn dishwashing, just a drop or two. And really all that is just, it don't get real soapy. It helps in the lubricating while you're doing your wet sanding. Now, what we're also going to be doing, I'm going to cover the part of wet sanding. I've already actually done the trunk lid, the doors, the fenders. I'm not going to show you all that until I'm actually finished. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to do just they're going to do the roof. I'm going to do this and show you all the difference. I'm going to kind of cover up the trunk lid back here because it's already polished out, and you can tell night and day difference from that. So first thing we're going to do is actually I like to get the water, just get it wet, and I'll just roll it around in the water. This is 12,000 grit. You can't even really feel it unless you just drag your fingernail over it. Why do I use a small amount? Well, it's 1/25th scale. This is 1/25th scale sandpaper as far as the size. There's no orange peel to this. I'm just really, if there's any nibs or boogers or what have you, dust nibs, which there is none. When I spray, it's pretty clean. And there's no orange peel. Sometimes when you're sanding with it, you may feel just a little imperfection go away as you're wet sanding. And as you can tell, all I'm doing is just a circular motion with the 12,000, and I'm just leveling up the clear. I cleared this, I think Sunday night, or Sunday sometime, and I did it's pretty much, the clear is self-explanatory. You spray the clear just like you do your base coat, just 3 coats, light coat first, then a little heavier, same technique as I did in the spraying the color. So nothing really elaborate to that. Just don't spray a lot on it. I mean, keep your can, make sure you shake the hand, shake the can, and then make sure that you're moving, the can as you're spraying it, spraying even coats. And once you get to that third coat, you should just stop. That's plenty. You don't need to spray anymore. If you've applied it correctly, it'll level out. And I do the same thing. First coat, I wait 10 minutes and spray the next one, a little heavier, 10 minutes to time, wait again, and then just go to the just third coat, and that's the charm for me. Now, as you can tell, I'm keeping this, I'm keeping the sandpaper going around in a circle. I'm not applying any pressure. I mean, just other than holding the paper in place while I'm doing this, and it's bringing that clear level. And I'm not hitting any of the high spots as far as the body, the trim or anything like that. But there's no sense in taking a big, piece of sandpaper and doing this. I mean, just a small piece, big enough to cover your finger, and go to town. Just make sure you keep it wet and lubricated while you're sanding. And all you're doing, you're just taking that sheen down to a kind of a dull. All right, that's enough. Believe it or not, I can tell how smooth that is, and I'm gonna roll it back over in the water one more time. And then out it comes, and then I'm gonna dry it off. Then we're gonna cover the polishing part of this, which is very simple. I mean, I'm about to show y'all in just about probably 5 minutes how you can achieve a show quality shine with just a rattle can. And it's very simple. I don't try to I use just to dry it off. I'm really just blotting any of this water off of it. I don't use a whole lot of pressure. I don't like taking paper towels. Paper towels can be used as a sandpaper also, in case you didn't know that. Some paper towels are very aggressive. So I'm just really just blotting out any of the, blotting out the, and let me, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but there is, you can see that's just a little dull right in here from where I sanded it. All right, let me let me get this pan of water out of the way. I can just see me turning it over. Y'all get a good laugh out of that, I'm sure. All right, let's set this right here. Got it into view. Let me get that out of the way. Again, what we're using is the Novice number two. This is the fine scratch remover. This is the Novice cloth that Novice carries for doing polishing. And another thing that I'm going to be using is just these terry cloth polishing wipes. I use these pretty religiously. They are good for the after you're finished. And all you're going to do is try to get some polish, and you're not using a whole lot. Trick to this is let the polish do the work, not you you don't have to do a whole lot of work when you're polishing. And this is all you're going to do. You get it spread out, and then you just go to town. You want this to stay, you want the polish, you want this rubbing compound to stay wet. You don't want it to dry on you. If you feel like it's starting to get dry, apply just a little bit more to it. But let the polish work, let the polish do the work. Let the rubbing compound do all the work. All right, now this is starting to get a little dry. So what I'm gonna do, put a little bit more, same amount. And what that's doing is cutting and smoothing out that clear that we just, that we sprayed the other night. Now, you can do, I like doing the round, just circular motions. And then I just kind of just grab it, pinch it together, pinch that little cloth together like this. And the reason I'm doing the roof part tonight, it's easier to show everyone, and it's a bigger surface, and you can start to see the shine as you work. It's starting to get a little dry. Do a little bit, put a little bit more of this on there. It doesn't take a whole lot. A lot of people go, God, man, I got to keep just pouring it down there. No, once you get a buildup in your cloth right here and it gets wet, you've got enough in there to do what you need. When you're polishing, also don't get too close to the, any of these roof lines as far as like on the drip rails, things like that. You don't want to polish paint off of that. It's easier to polish it than to have to put it back on as far as the paint. Okay. So, but as you can tell, I'm just doing the big wide surface right now, and that's the roof. But the rest of the car has already been polished, and we're going to polish this up here in just a minute. All right. I've been doing this for about 2 minutes. This is about all I'm going to do for this right now. We're going to take our polishing cloth, and then we're going to see what we got. And I'm here to tell you, once you see this, y'all are going to be amazed. These little terry cloths, you can get these at any automotive store. You can get a pack of them for about $6. And these are the handiest things that you'll use in the hobby shop. Anytime you're polishing, you can use these. You can use old towels. I mean, not old towels, but you can use old T-shirts and things like that. But I love these. These are the greatest thing. These are one of the things to put in your arsenal. Let's see what we got. Check that out. Check that out. Shines like a diamond in a goat's ass, as I always say. I hope that don't offend people, because I never do think about that if I'm offending someone by when I say that. But if I do, I'm sorry. I picked it up off of Fast and Loud, and it's not a good. It's funny, but it's not. But anyhow, shines like a diamond in a goat's honey. How about that? How about that? Check that out. Here's remember the before and the after? Remember I showed you the trunk, covered up the trunk lid, but I showed you the roof. Check that out. Beautiful shine. Show winner. I wouldn't say it's a show winner, but it's a show. It's one that somebody will stop and look at and go, "Wow, that paint job's great." Now, could this paint job get best paint at a show? Nah, I'm not achieving that. I'm not trying to win that. There's a lot of people out there that puts a lot more time, a lot more effort, than what I'm doing right here. But this one right here, this is just going to be a table queen for me. I'll bring it to shows, but this is just one for my collection. There you go, folks. There's the top. There's the trunk that I polished. I've already wet sand the trunk and the fenders and everything. Let me just kind of polish them back up from where they were in the dunk tank. Oh, see, and they're tough. If you got a good paint job on one, as far as a good sound, not if you drop it, but if you thump it tap it like that, you'll hear the difference than it does when it's got bare styrene on it. You can tell it's got a little bit duller sound to it. May have a dull sound, but it's not a dull paint job. I can tell you this right now. But here we go. Let me get the sides. Let me get the side polished back up. These bumpers shined up. And look at that. There you go, guys. What do y'all think? Let me know. Drop me a line down here. I think the proof's out. You don't need an airbrush to achieve a great shine. Get you a rattle can, guys. Spend you a little money on some good quality paint, and you'll have an award-winning car. And there's that. Let me grab the hood that I did the other night, because both of them are. There's the hood. Shines like a diamond in a goat's butt. Anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed the tutorial series on the painting all the way up to this point. In the coming nights, we're going to be doing the interior on the 55 Chevy Pro Street, showing y'all how I get that prepped up. Let me bring the frame in here also. I've got the frame pretty much ready. There's everything with it. There's no polishing needed on that, but that's about where we're at with all the paint and everything. I'm going to be doing the bare metal foil. I'm going to be doing the badges right here and up here probably around the windows and stuff here in the next few days. So I'll try to show y'all how I do that as well. But anyhow, hope this finds everybody well. Hope this has brought out the mystery of rattle can painting. If you got any questions, drop me a line down below. Anyhow, folks, remember, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Peppy out of here.